Hey everyone, today I'm going to be taking a look at the new LEGO Movie 2 collectible minifigure series that was just recently revealed. Now, we still don't have the official names for each of these minifigures, but translated from German from the Promo Bricks website, I have found more accurate names for each of these minifigures on the Brick Show website, since the German to English translation isn't working out too well. The names weren't too accurate, they were kind of random, and yeah, the translation was just really bad. So first we have Awesome Remix Emmett, and we've been getting this battle damage Emmett quite a lot in the new LEGO Movie 2 sets. But aside from the same printed torso and the same printed legs, he comes with a white coffee mug element without any printing on it, which usually it does have printing on it. But his hairpiece is new with the added headphone design, and his face printing is also different where he is grinning, and I really like that. And he also comes with a printed 1x2 tile that looks basically like a smartphone, and it looks like it's playing the widely known Everything is Awesome song from the first LEGO movie. So the next one is Battle Ready Lucy. And this is also the same Apocalypse Lucy minifigure we've been getting from the new LEGO Movie 2 sets. The leg printing and the torso printing, just like Emmett, appear to be the exact same. And I don't know if the printing on the back should be any different. But she comes with an exclusive hood piece with her glasses, and this is how it appears in the trailer, which is really cool. And it appears to be just one big piece that just goes on top of her head. And additionally, she comes with a pair of binoculars and a quiver, which she is holding on her back, and that actually came with a few of the sets that she was in. And yeah, so nothing too new, but the hood piece is the new thing. And up next is Apocalypseburg Benny, and I actually don't know what happens to him in the movie that causes his arm to be changed to a robotic one. But maybe I'm thinking that one of the Duplo animals, while the apocalypse attack begins, one of the Duplo monsters probably just rip his arm off and he has to replace it. And other than that, he comes with this cracked helmet, which you've seen, like it came out in 2014. But the really unique thing is his face. It comes with a little frowny face. And on the back also, there is an oxygen tank, which is also not new. And this time he comes with a 1x3 brick toolbox, which is supposed to be like a brick, but it's a toolbox. And you have the classic space logo printed on the side, but it's more weathered or kind of scratched on his suit, and it's more clean on the toolbox. And next we have Giraffe Guy. This is actually kind of one of my favorites, but I'll tell you my more favorite one in a few minifigures that come. And this one is basically, it kind of reminds me of the Party minifigure series from the last series, and it could have fit into that, but it's pretty cool. Because, you know, the printing on both the torso and legs make the minifigure look like a giraffe, obviously. And he has a smiling face and has a big giraffe mask, which completes his look, which is part of his costume. And just for, as part of accessories, he comes with the leaf stem, just to complete his look. And he has a little smiling face, and you see the dual molded legs, and that's pretty cool. Next up is Crayon Girl. This one is also just like the Giraffe Guy. It feels like she should have been in the Costume Series 18 series. And nothing too special. Obviously, the main thing is she's supposed to look like a crayon. And since the piece is covering the torso, the big crayon piece, I can't really tell if there's any printing on the torso, but it kind of looks like, since there's no printing on the arms, I'm assuming that there's no printing on the torso either. And you also get dual molded legs, and included with that, she comes with a printed 2x2 tile, which has a poorly drawn minifigure head, and she has a really unique face with like a smiling face. And there's also a bit of flowers over here too, which I really like. Next up is Sherry Scratchenpost and Scarfield. And she comes in the first Lego movie also, where she was just a normal citizen and she had a bunch of cats, is what I remember. And now, again, from the post-apocalypseburg and based on the attack, it looks like she's wearing like ancient Rome armor, which is pretty cool, which is part of her look. And she has printing on the arms and legs, and her face printing is also really unique because you see she's drawn whiskers to kind of make herself look like a cat, which is also pretty funny. And Also, Scarfield, it's kind of a funny name because it reminds me of Garfield for some reason. I think that's what they were going for. But this, what is that, animal figure is pretty cool because it's not just a normal figure. He comes with a red mohawk, which is pretty funny. And he also has a red collar. And he also has a bunch of battle damage. He has a bunch of scratches on the side of him. And he also has two bandages because he got hurt on his face. And you see a bit of fur detail on the front too. And yeah, again, the armor is pretty cool. You get the bit of silver over here, and also the arm printing over there too is awesome. And I don't think this has any dual molded legs. It's just that there's printing on the front and sides of both of the legs. Next is Hula Lula. And this minifigure probably appears in the musical planet or world that where everyone sings. It's rumored as one of the planets in the movie, which will be pretty interesting to see. And she comes with a really unique hairpiece where it's primarily light green, but it comes with a streak of pink, a little streak of pink. And she also has a smiling face with a few freckles with lipstick, and her torso printing is also cool. She has like a flower necklace, and also her t-shirt has a bunch of flowers, blue flower design on it too. And she also comes with a skirt as a cloth piece, and she also has small amounts of printing on the legs. I can see some printing underneath the cloth piece, but I can't really see it obviously because this is the image we've got. And she comes with a little bit of printing on the legs, and included with her is a printed round 2x2 tile and also one of the new mic elements. It's the same mic element, but it's recolored in pink, and I think the first time that I saw it was in the Party Bus set from the Lego Movie 2. And that is that. And this is probably the coolest minifigure and probably one of my most favorite too. And he's called the Watermelon Guy. And he wears on top of his head, obviously, a slice of watermelon. And he also has a bunch of seeds printed on. And he basically just looks almost like a watermelon. Like, besides the watermelon slice that he's wearing on his head, he also has a bit of green on his legs, and he has dual molded legs. It looks like it's dual molded legs, but at the same time, I can see it's not, because I think it's just printed. But at the same time, I'm not really sure because I can't see the back, and I can't tell for sure. And included with him is a round, or I guess, I'm not really sure what to call it. It's a curved tile, and it's printed with a watermelon, and that's pretty cool. Next one, this is probably a spoiler because the one that I translated from German to English has a name, but also I'm not sure exactly what the name is, and it's basically translated to, if you want to skip it, you can skip it, but it's basically translated to Flashback Lucy. And I can obviously tell without even knowing the name because I first noticed the face looks exactly the same. And yeah, if you really didn't want to know that, I'm sorry, but yeah, I gave a warning, I guess. And this is also a pretty cool minifigure because Lucy, we see as like a kind of, she's always wearing like black clothes with a bunch of graffiti on her clothes and everything. But this could probably mean that Lucy was a singer in the past and she just didn't want to reveal that. And you see on the torso and legs, have all these bubbles, which is a cool design. And also she has a turquoise hairpiece, and it also comes with a couple of dark purple streaks. And also it looks like she has double molded legs this time around, and it doesn't look like it's just printed on there. And included with her is a printed 2x3 tile, which shows that she got an Emmy, or I don't know what it's called, just an award for the Everything is Awesome song, which kind of makes it look like she made the song. And also she comes with, once again, the pink mic. And now, go to the next one, Swamp Monster. Now, we've gotten a Swamp Monster minifigure multiple times in the past. One that I definitely remember is coming from the Lego Monster Fighters line back in 2012. And the print on his chest shows that he has a few scales and also what looks like to be a big tattoo in the center of his chest with like kind of a minifigure with, like, it's supposed to look like a skull also. And he also appears to have shorts, and the coloring for his legs, it's kind of darker and it's matching the color of his mask, and also it doesn't match the same skin tone of his, chest or anything like that. But I just found that kind of weird. And he comes with just a whip. And obviously, I can't see the printing on the bottom, but it does look very cool even with the mask on. And yeah, the helmet does look pretty cool. Next, we have Candy Wrapper, and she has very nice torso printing with the streaks of pink, white, and gold, and she basically looks like a ballerina, but based on her name, she probably raps. And she has a little bit of leg printing of pink and gold, obviously, to continue the look of her torso. And she also has a tutu piece that has pink, white, and gold, once again with a few silver stars printed on it. And her hairpiece is bright pink with a silver star and, a few, well, it doesn't look like it has a few silver stars. It only has one silver star, and it has a few silver streaks, and there's also a light pink streak over there. And her face printing is also really cool. She comes with a smile and a few blush marks, or two blush marks. And included with her, again, the mic piece and a printed 1x2 tile, which is kind of like a cassette. And next we have Golfing President Business. This one, I'm always excited for this character because, the hairpiece has always been a really cool thing. Just particularly his character is just really awesome too. And again, the hairpiece just completely different. It doesn't look like a hairpiece we've gotten before. Even when in the first Lego Movie sets, his hairpiece was just really unique. And, I guess he's retired or something, but he comes with his golfer outfit, and you get double printing or dual molded arms over here, which you can see he's wearing kind of like a t-shirt underneath. And on top of that, he's wearing a vest with checkered design and his golfing shoes, and you see a little bit of printing for a small amount of shoes right there, and it's not basically black for half of the legs, so it's not dual molded legs for sure. And included, well, he has one glove, he's wearing one glove and he's just not wearing a glove on the other one. And I obviously don't know much about golf, but I think that's what they do, where they just wear one glove. And he has a bit of belt design also, which is cool. He's wearing a belt, and included, he comes with a golf bat. And I really wish that, since he's wearing a golf bat, he could have come with a golf ball, and they could have just created a new element, because they're creating so many new elements just for these minifigures and these sets. But, whatever. And also, it's pretty funny how both his eyebrows join to make like one big eyebrow, and he has this kind of worried face. I don't know what type of expression that is, but he kind of looks worried to me. Next, we have Apocalypse Berg Abe. So we saw this character. He's also a recurring character from the last movie, where he kind of flies out of his seat. And this is obviously just Abe Lincoln, or Abraham Lincoln. But this time, he kind of looks like he has, based on all his getup, he has an angry face. But one thing that I really noticed was that he was wearing clothes that look basically like a steampunk design. Compared to the other ones, like, it doesn't look like he has a lot of battle damage or anything, but the way he's wearing his clothes, it just looks like it's designed for a steampunk design. And it's cool because the hat and beard are one piece, and if you just take it off, you get the face, and he's really angry. And there's also a little bit of printing on the side of the arms, and I like the detail of the scarf continuing to the legs, and you get a bit of armor there too. And included, he just comes with an axe. Next, we have Vest Friend Rex. I really like the Rex minifigure from the Lego Movie 2 sets, but this is also really unique because instead of getting his new hairpiece, this time we get this new hairpiece where it's a hat and half of his hairpiece, which is really cool. You get a bunch of pockets printed on the top of his hat, which is kind of different. And it looks like his suit is kind of the same from the sets that he comes in, but the only thing that's different is he looks more like a cowboy, and I don't know if the pockets were there before, but it kind of looks different. And the cool thing is the boots over here. You can see there's printing over here on the front of his boots, and you see more of his, I don't know what to call it, his shoes on the bottom, but if you can see really faintly on the side, you can also see like the kind of I don't know what to call it, threads on the side, which is a really cool detail that they added. And included with him comes a small version of one of his dinosaurs. I don't know which dinosaur it is. I forgot the names, if they even had names in the first place. I don't know if it's the one with a blue streak on one of its eyes or the green streak. But, you know, who cares? It's a small dinosaur or velociraptor, and that's really cool. And his face expression is also really unique because his smiling face isn't just like a normal kind of smiling face. It looks like a triangle or an oval, and the expression just looks really cool with his closing eyes and everything. And also he has the stubbed beard. We're almost done, and next is Kitty Pop. She comes with really nice printing on her torso and legs, which make her look almost like a cat, and hence the name. And to complete the cat look, she comes with a pink hairpiece that has ears pointing out. I don't know what this type of color is, but this reminds me of one of the colors that Unikitty has, which obviously she's actually in as one of the minifigures in this part of this minifigure series. And also she comes with a white guitar with pink streaks across it, and again, the mic piece. And yeah, the guitar looks pretty cool. It has a few detailing and everything, and it kind of, yeah, continues her look. And yeah, the torso printing and leg printing is also really awesome. Next is Unikitty. Obviously, I like that she's in this minifigure series, or this collectible minifigure series, but it's kind of weird to get like a buildable figure, or, you know, just a figure that's made out of bricks combined with just minifigures. It's kind of weird, but obviously Unikitty had her own series, so I'm not complaining. But it does feel like we've gotten this version of Unikitty before, because obviously it's the old design, even the old tail is there, and it even looks like they kept the stud thing, which is an issue that they had with the old Unikitty from the first movie, where it would just not stay on, but I really don't know what they're doing. But her face expression with the printed 1x3 brick is also really cool, where she's like really happy and everything. And nothing too new, actually. There's nothing new except for the printed 1x3 brick, which makes it exclusive. Next is actually one of the 4 minifigures that appear from Wizard of Oz, so that's really cool that they included that. But the first one being Dorothy Gale and Toto, and she comes with an exclusive hairpiece with braids on both sides, and she has a very shocked face expression. And she's wearing her classic outfit with the cross pattern, and yeah, it just looks pretty awesome. And it might be hard to see, but she also comes with a cloth piece to continue her look of, yeah, with just a skirt. Because if they just did printing, it would have been kind of boring, and it wouldn't have been that cool of a minifigure. But another noticeable detail is her ruby slippers, and it's kind of weird looking because the detailing is only on the front of her legs, and it's not around the entire leg. And they could have added glitter is what I was thinking, but obviously that'd be way too weird for a minifigure, and it probably would fall off too easily. So yeah. And also, we get her dog Toto, and he's also a nice addition. He has a few details on the side and on his face. You get the fur details, which is awesome. I think this is a new dog mold. I'm not sure if we've gotten this dog mold before, but I'm not completely sure. But yeah, I always like animal figures. They're always really cool. The more the better, I guess. And you can see the ties over here. But again, I feel like her face expression is kind of weird. The lipstick, it feels like it's too exaggerated. But that's just one issue I had with that minifigure. Next one is Cowardly Lion. Just like his name, he looks very scared for his face expression. He comes with one big piece on his head that adds to the hair and ears, and he has slight printing on the torso and legs to show more fur detail. You can also see a bit of the tail pointing out from the back, which is a separate rubber attachment, which we've seen in, I think it first came in the Simpsons series with one of the, I think his name was Scratchy, I'm not really sure. I don't remember, but it's pretty cool to get that rubber tailpiece. And we also see it in Rocket Raccoon also, but this one just looks like, compared to Rocket Raccoon where his hair is kind of, his tail is kind of rough, this one is just a simple tail. And you also see a bit of fur detailing on his torso and his legs, and you get his claws on the bottom that are printed on the front of his legs. And I'm not sure if he has a double-sided face, maybe a happy face, but again, we can't tell for sure. And he has a printed 1x2 tile showing that he got a Medal of Honor or maybe just an award. Next is Scarecrow. And he comes with a black hat and a dark brown ribbon tied around it. And the printing on both his torso and legs are very nice, and there are very small details for him. He comes with a smiling expression, and he comes with a printed 2x2 tile, which shows his certificate of achievement. And that's really awesome. And yeah, you see a bunch of patches over here, and you get a bit of rope, and you see that the hay is pointing out and it's kind of protruding out of his costume, which is really awesome. And also continuing the mask look is also continued on the front of the torso. Just all the little details is just really cool. You get that red seal of approval, or yeah, just the certificate of achievement. And there are a lot of printed pieces and just a lot of cool elements here. Last but not least is Tin Man. He comes with an exclusive tin hat piece on top of his head, and also has a silver bow tie piece along with a slight smiling face. He's kind of, he's not smiling or frowning. He's just red in the middle. And the printing firm is really unique also because just besides his standard metal look or tin look, he also has a bit of rusting detail, which I think is really interesting. And he also comes with, for his accessories, he comes with a silver axe, and you can see the Lego trademark over there, or the copyright. And he comes with the new element, a new element that came out just for the Lego Movie 2 sets, and I think it came in the Sweet Mayhem sets. It might have come in a few more sets, but this time it's a red heart instead of a pink one, and on top of that it's printed as a clock. You can see the numbers over there, 3, 6, 9, 12. I kind of remember all that stuff. I don't know what the time is actually showing, but it's obviously like a modified tile piece, which is awesome. And I mean, I couldn't really see it being used in any mocks, but obviously anyone can be as creative as possible. And yeah, those are all 20 of the minifigures. Obviously I made it really long, but there's just so many details and so many great minifigures. There's 20 minifigures to collect for this series, and I think it releases in May is what I read from the website, from the Brick Show website. And also the movie is coming out in probably less than a month, or exactly a month actually. And I did get my 2 free tickets for the movie from purchasing $60 or more, so just if you redeem it in a few days, that'd be pretty cool. And that promotion is also still going. I think it ends on the 15th, so there's still a few days left. And yeah, that was a lot of talking, but other than that, thank you for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe.